Good morning, Twitch.tv. Good morning to YouTube as well. And of course, good morning, Mini Motorways. We are off to Munich for today's daily challenge. Let's take a look at this. We get half road tiles. Gross. Half the number of road tiles as usual in Munich. And we also get no traffic lights, which, yesterday the game was like, here, have a bucket of traffic lights, and I barely used any. So, you know, not getting any traffic lights just means we'll spend our choices on other stuff. Now, ordinarily in Munich, I want to pave this little island in the middle here because it's a pain in the ass. But with so few road tiles to deal with, I should probably hang on to them. For those who weren't here, last night we played Final Fantasy Tactics. God, fucking... I didn't even... All I had to do was mention that I wasn't intending to pave this island, and not paving this island has fucked me over. The third house of the run has fucked me over. Alright, you come up here, boom, bing bang boom, right up into here, and waboosh. And now, actually, fuck that. Fuck you on your stupid island. You come over here, you are a dark blue house, and the dark blue house will go up that way. You are not getting another bridge. We're not doing this. We're gonna have to pave this island no matter what, I guess. You and your stupid dark blue house are gonna live... Fine. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be fine. Everything's fine. Okay. So last night we played Final Fantasy Tactics and had fun and enjoyed the game and understood the mechanics and didn't get buried in bullshit. All of which are good novel things that had not been... Well, we had some fun the first time we streamed Final Fantasy Tactics, and then we didn't understand the mechanics and got buried in bullshit. So, listen. It's, I don't know. It's a bit now that Final Fantasy Tactics is a bad game. Final Fantasy Tactics is probably not actually a bad video game. It's difficult to have as much fun as I've had playing Final Fantasy Tactics if you're playing a bad video game. Now, granted, for the most part, I did have fun playing The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, and I am on record and stand by my opinion that The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild is a bad video game. So, one of these opinions needs to change. Nah, I'm right about everything, even when I contradict myself, clearly. Alright, this red, come up to here. This red points out that away. Oh, what else? Now, we have some business, what needs taken care of. Before the stream, Coffee Cafe was here in chat. We have a little starting soon screen. You've seen it before. I'm not even going to put it on screen now. Let's take 15 road tiles because we're desperately going to need road. We're going to need so much road. Coffee Cafe was here. Sunflare Space was here first. Thank you, Sunny. Moose513 wishes us a pleasant morrow and a wonderful morrow to you as well, sir. This blue house is kind of fucked, actually. Like, this one house cannot keep up with the pace and demand of... Oh, thank fuck. Jesus Christ. Okay. That was gonna be a problem. Now then, so Coffee Cafe mentioned something while we were on the starting soon screen getting ready to go. Let me scroll up and quote this here. I plan to try my hand at streaming Mini Motorways in 2 hours if anyone else is interested. Well, let me get my best James Gandolfini going here. I'm gonna go all Tony Soprano on you. You come into my stream where I host, where I set up, where I do this every morning, Coffee Cafe. You come into my stream and you say, oh, I'm gonna try my hand at it. Like it's a passing hobby, like it's a fancy. This is not Tony Soprano. I don't know exactly what voice this is, but we're gonna lean into it. We're gonna work with it. You come into my stream and you tell my viewers, my people, the people that I have cultivated, the people that I have recruited to follow me over years of doing this coffee cafe, and you're like, I'm gonna do it myself, see if I can do it, we'll have some laughs. Fuck you, you're dead to me. Go walk off a short pier. You motherfucker. What the fuck do you think you're doing? Coming into my stream telling my viewers to go watch you? Coffee Cafe? Okay, that's the bit. The bit is over now. The bit is getting aggressive. Go watch Coffee Cafe. It's going to be fun. Mini Motorways, as we've seen over 400 and something viewers on this stream, is an excellent video game. So, go watch Coffee Cafe stream Mini Motorways. Although if you're watching this on YouTube, you'd pretty much have to flip over right now. But, it's fine. We'll figure something out. Here, we'll bang, shout out C0FF3, CAF3. I think I got that right. Did I get that right? No, there's an E too. There's an E. C0FFE3. It's a very difficult name. That's the problem. Go watch Coffee Cafe. I don't have the Spotify thing up. God. This is what happens when you roll out of bed at 6:52 in the morning and have to be live on Twitch at 7. You don't have the Spotify thing up, so your chat box looks like it's in a weird place. Okay. Alright, how the fuck are we gonna get this blue over to here in a way that doesn't impact these reds? We're not. We're going to get these blues over here in a way that definitely impacts these reds. Sorry. Oh, goodness. Okay, so these two light blues, hot motorway number 1, they get over here. This nice yellow situation is probably the best situation we've got. But, it'll be okay. You've gone circular. You have 4 houses of support. That's cool. These 3 reds are doing yeoman's work supporting this business. Like, this red business is probably the least likely to fall apart right now, followed shortly by this yellow and then this light blue. But hey, we're all right. Everybody go follow Coffee Cafe. Let's take a roundabout, because I feel like I'm gonna need one. Yawny. Excuse me. All right. You are a green, and you can't really do anything, so here, let's put you onto motorway number 1 and then create an offshoot of motorway number 1 that goes over to this business. I don't like that, but we have precious few options, so I don't know what else we could really do. We could probably, I don't know, dance on our heads like chickens, but I don't really know what that would accomplish either, so. Here, let's pour some water. Water's good. I muted the microphone so you didn't actually have to hear the pouring of water, because I know some people don't like the pouring of water. Similarly, we're going to mute so you don't hear me chugging or gulping the water, because again, sounds. Brains are weird, part 1,000,008. Some people really don't like some sounds, and that's okay. You can avoid exposing those people to those sounds as much as possible when you remember, which, listen, I'm kind of bad at. I have a very good friend who very much doesn't like the sound of pouring water and drinking and slurping and all that, and I try to remember not to pour water, drink, or slurp directly into the microphone, and they can tell you how successful I am in those efforts. Spoiler, not always, and not very. But I try. Sorry. What were we talking about? Was it my failures as a friend in person again? That seems to be a recurring theme of my life, but, that could just be negative self-talk talking. All right, so we got a motorway. I could motorway these 3 greens over to here, which I probably should, actually. Hold on, I have to sneeze. Nope, it was one of those false sneezes. All right, you pop over here. This is all sorts of fun and exciting and terrible right now. what if you shooped over a square before going up? There you go. So the three of you go over there. The three of you come up here, motorway number 1, and then back down and over. That's probably fine. God, I wish I had paved this island. I would be really, really short on road tiles, but I really wish I had paved this fucking island. This is a bad island. Okay. So these two yellows go up here, support that. These two yellows go over there, support that. Let's take another motorway. That'll make up for the fact that we have absolutely no road. Like, 17 road tiles at the start of a week, especially in, like, not the absolute beginning, but kind of the mid-stage of a run. Oh, you might as well die. Here. This will be fine. This yellow probably... Yeah, these yellows probably want to get over there so as to... play nicely with this yellow circle. So let's restructurate some yellows, actually. No, let's just point these here and they'll have a weird curvy adventure. Yeah. Weird curvy adventure is how you describe a platformer with a pink puffball if you make a typo. There you go. What are these two yellows? I mean, what are they supposed to be? Oh, for crying out loud. Okay. I guess that can happen. All right, here. Let's prepare for future eventualities. I'm going to get a bridge back. We're going to motorway these reds, which had previously not been motorwayed because they previously hadn't needed it, but I think in the fullness of time, there's going to be a lot more traffic coming on this road or coming up this way or something. So in order to prepare for that, we're going to have all of these coming up here. Oh my God, we're talking about leet speak. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, don't get ponzors in your bonzors or... Oh. Oh God. It's been a very long time since anyone has had to seriously consider leet speak. Alright, you three greens get closer to this green by virtue of repositioning these three light blues. These three light blues, by the way, are totally fine. This absolutely isn't a nightmare. Oh boy. Alright, you come down this way. Let's do that. Shoop over here, service that circle. That'll be... Actually, that won't be okay. You're going to fall apart without more help eventually. But... Okay. I can probably actually draw a road that gets these light blues up and over to here, and that only uses, like, most of the road tiles I have accessible at the moment. Here. You three... get up into here, service that business. That's going to be okay. Motorway number 1 will continue to exist until morale improves or something. Hi there, greens. You're spawning in a fucking terrible place. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? All right, here. Let's make use of our roundabout friend. Behold, our roundabout friend. We'll come up here and notice that we're out of road. So, that's bad. Now, rather than use our roundabout friend, we could ask these yellows here to support this business, which is starting to seem like a good idea, actually. It's starting to seem like a significantly better plan. Let's murder all of this road. And then these yellows can theoretically eventually get up to that circle if they're needed. You greens can go this way, which means that we just need greens to get over here for the blue circle, which we can totally do probably. You Go over that away. What is going on in this? I'm glancing over every once in a while. Oh Lord. Okay, everything's fine. Here, you greens, get back onto this road. You are definitely gonna be happy getting into this business. Now, these yellows here, mildly fucked. Actually, I don't really have any kind of road right now. This is kind of fun. It's okay. It's okay. We're maintaining the critical principles of one business and one road. We're definitely not completely ruining every... Actually, this is good. This over here is good. Green spawning on the right side of the road is good. You know, the fact that it's going to involve dealing with this business, not great. The fact that we've really got to save this right now. That's a problem. How much yellow road can I get back? Actually, emergency motorway. That's the answer. The answer is an emergency motorway. Emergency motorway number 3. Get over to here. Just have yellows motorway this for a day. Just feed into this business for a tiny little bit. Okay. It's possible. Here, let's take a bridge because we're gonna need it. Okay. So, motorway light blue from bottom right to top right. So, these to that. That is probably... Yeah, this would be a way to get a lot of road back, and I do actually, in fact, need a fair amount of road right now. So, yeah, let's do that. Let's kill this. We'll do that. We'll pop the 3 of you right here. This yellow will be okay during this transition period. I think we've saved its ass. We'll redraw motorway number 3. We will also take these yellows here and draw them like so. We're going to have 2 more right here just as soon as we get all this road back, and they're going to go off that away. Now, you are a double plaza with a green in it. That means that you need some help. You're going to get help from these yellows, from these greens rather, going over that away. Please don't die. Okay? Okay. I need you to not die. All right, 12 road tiles. Good. That just got spent. There goes all those road tiles. Look at all those chickens. And by chickens, I mean road. Fuck me. Okay. You are still servicing you, so I don't have to replace you. I think right now every business is at least being served by somebody, which is good. You're a circle. That's okay. You can come off that away. I fucking hate that I didn't pave this fucking island, but it's okay. This business is not dying anymore. This dark blue over here is not dying. This red is not dying. This dark blue is not dying. This yellow circle is great, but about to get slightly worse because we've got to do this. These yellows right here are, you know what? It's actually fine here. You do that thing. You swing up here. That's a-okay. Yellow's in the south, green's in the north. This is definitely not going to survive anything, but you know what? It'll be fine. You forego that away. Okay. Can you try and add your roundabout to the red circle between the island and the blue circle? So you mean like right here? Oh, no, you mean here. You want a roundabout. I think you want a roundabout either here or here. The red circle between... So you want a roundabout that services this circle, basically. Which would allow the reds and blues on this island to get into it and maybe do something useful. I mean, I don't really have the road to set that up, but it's not a bad idea. I've heard worse ideas. Like you have a southern spur here and a southeastern spur here and a northeastern spur here, and you got a red business and a blue business. That's not a bad idea. That is not, in fact, a bad idea. Will that get everything off the island with one bridge? I was thinking 2 bridge. Because we have a bridge come out here, go in there, and then another bridge come up here. I do have 3 bridges right now. So, yeah, I think 2 bridges is better. I could do it with 1 bridge, but then everything would spawn on this road, and this house would be cut off. So, I think 2 bridges is better. Also, I don't have enough road tiles, so this is all a hypothetical exercise at this point. But it's a good hypothetical exercise. It is hypothetically a good exercise. It's also literally a good exercise. It's a good idea. Well done. Thank you, Coffee Cafe. Everybody should watch Coffee Cafe stream Mini Motorways because Coffee Cafe is good at Mini Motorways. Oh, God. All right, give me a bunch of road. Give me like 15 whole road tiles already. God damn it. That's not the... Okay. All right, fine. I'm taking 15 road tiles instead of a motorway. I feel awful. This is horrible. Taking 15 road tiles. It's okay. Here, we're going to set up that double bridge into a roundabout and then a northeastern spur up this way, just like we said we would. So now this blue circle has 7 houses supporting it, 3 of which are down here. And this red circle has 6 houses supporting it, 3 of which are down here. So that's okay. Now, hypothetically, can I get these greens into this business? I could cut off this dark blue house, or I could just, like, this might be the furthest dark blue from this now, so I might just have to be okay doing that. Okay. If I do that, then I can reclaim all of this road, because I don't need it, to get greens over here. We're going to have more service. We're going to have more service for all of our greens except this one. This one's going to have the same service. You go off that away, you're confusing people. By people, I mean me. Okay, it's me, I'm people. Everybody go. Okay. So now these 2 greens come down here, they serve this business. This intersection right here kinda sucks. And, like, yeah, you can see greens are slowing down at this driveway and getting through here, but I suppose it's okay. Moose, it must be exhausting always rooting for the Googy hero. That's 100% the title of the episode, even though it just hurt me. Like, I said it, and then I was like, oh, another green's gonna pop up in the east. That would be wonderful. In the meantime, a dark blue has popped up in the east, which is bad. I don't love that. Okay. Well, it's immediately gone circular, which is both good and bad at the same time. Amazing. I'm so happy that this happened. All right, give me a motorway. The reason I take a motorway here is because we've got all of these blues happening right here. All of these blues happening right here is gonna service that circle, okay? You're gonna do that. We're gonna redraw the yellows. You're going to get into that. You are going to get up here and up that away. We're going to kill that tile. That's all going to be fine. We've got like 8 quintillion yellow things that need to get over this way. It's okay, actually. All right, motorway number 4. Approach this business like so. Thank you. Next. Hey. All right. You, red thing, go over this way. You are... I mean, ideally I'd do something with these reds, but I absolutely don't have the road for that. So I think the end result is we're going to mildly overfuck this circle, which can't really afford it, but listen. Sometimes you just got... Nope, don't finish that joke. Let's see here. Let's take 2 of you and boop you up into here. Okay. So now this business has 2 houses. This business only has 4, which is a problem, but it's okay for now. Kinda. Everybody go. All right. This circle got serviced. Hey, you're a wonderfully spawning red thing. This wonderfully spawning red thing can go over here. Tremendous. Goog recreates Rhode Island. I mean, sorta. Yeah, I guess. It's been a while since I've been in Rhode Island, but I do remember it not being great. Let's see here. These yellows are kind of in the way of all of these blues, so let's fix that at least. Here, you come down this way. All right, you're gonna be repositioned into a much less important place. You come down that way. You come down here. All right, now the blues herc themselves way the hell down here. That'll be okay. The yellows do this terrible thing, which I promise they can actually do once I get the road back. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay, probably. Look at how okay it is. Look at how okay it is. Hi, blue guy, are you gonna die? Blue guy, don't die. Blue business, I spent like 18 seconds building you. I poured a lot of my heart and soul into that, mostly because I'm fat and my heart is weak and I see a cardiologist semi-regularly. Here. You're fine. Are you fine? You appear to be fine. Okay. Something just went circular, but I'm too busy typing always rooting for the Googy hero because, God, it's a thing that I said. Why should I subject anyone else to it? And yet I will. I will indeed do that. All right. Give me... oh, boy. Give me the 15 row tiles. We don't need a roundabout that badly. Whatever happened. By the way, what happened? This yellow here went circular. That's annoying, but in no way difficult to solve. Here, do that. Okay. Let's see here. This is fine. This is okay. You are a red that can get up into here, support this circle. That's going to be okay. This roundabout is surprisingly not killing everything yet, but I do feel as though there was a very important word in that sentence. This yellow is a thing that exists now that had previously not existed, and we are very poorly equipped to deal with that, actually. You see, the problem is... Oh, boy. And again, we can't wait until the weekend and hope we get a bridge. Because if I could wait until the weekend and hope I get a bridge, then I would just, plan to take these yellows and draw them down here. But, yeah, this business is going to die before then. So, we abso-desperately need to get yellows over here right now. Which is difficult. Yeah. It's difficult. All right. This yellow gets on that road. Oof. This yellow can get on that road. I think for right now, we're going to have to do this, which I hate. I hate that for so many reasons. But for the moment, it might be our best choice. Okay. Y'all come up here. You do that. That's okay. This business is no longer on fire. This business exists for some god-awful reason. Why are you spawning way the hell over here? How do you think spawning over here is going to help you get over there? Come on, Greens. Help me out here. To steal a term of... To steal a phrase, throw me a frickin' bone here. God. All right. I'm going to take a bridge in 10 instead of a motorway in 5. That doesn't make sense. That's dumb. We'll take the motorway in 5. You 4 are going to get over here. We're going to have you swing over this way. There. The 4 of you are going to service that. That's going to have to be fine. This double green right... Okay, this green right here is now pulling greens from over here, which is bad. Like, it's just not good. But... don't really know. Okay. Listen, you're going to be okay. You're going to be... Oh, my God. Oh my fucking god, they keep spawning. It's almost like you're not supposed to win this game. It's almost like eventually your businesses are supposed to overwhelm and you're gonna run out of dudes, and the whole point is that you die eventually. Sad. How in the hell am I gonna... Wait, are you already dying? How did you go from spawning to dying in the span of a day and a half? It spawned right at the start of a... Okay. I mean, I can do this terrible thing. I don't want to, but I can do this terrible thing. I've got all of these... Okay, actually, you know what? Hold on. This yellow square is the most supported and loved little yellow square in the history of the world. And you know what happens to things that are supported and loved too much? They have to take up the emotional slack of everyone around them. And by emotional slack, I mean passengers and traffic. Here. You 3, go support that. You go... I only have 11 road tiles right now. I'm going to get more in a minute. I'm not going to get enough, but... Okay, you see the plan, right? You see the idea? You see the workings of what I want to do, at least? Oh, good lord. Oh, every fucking lord. How am I going to solve this red problem? I don't have an answer to this red problem. This red problem's just fucked. We'll think about that in a minute. I don't have to think about that right now. I have to do other things. These yellows are dying. While I wait for road tiles, these yellows are just dying. Okay, I need road. I need road right now. You give me road. Thank you. That's road. Give me this road back. That's a little bit more road. Here. I still need 1, 2, 3. I need 4 road tiles from somewhere. There's 1. Are you in use? You're in use. So I can't clear that. You're in use. You're not doing anything. All of you are in use. You are in use. I just pulled from you. You are in use. You up here. Some of you are in use. Okay. Here, give me that. That's 2. Fuck Sticklys. You're in use. You're in use. You're all being... These houses are not in use, but I'm looking at the road, and the road is, because this guy is way at the back of the road and its driveway is empty. So if I was to try to reclaim some of these, the game's like, no, they're being used. Give me a second. And I can't really afford to give it a second, but I gotta, so I'm gonna. How in the hell are we gonna do this? I think we're gonna have to reposition a motorway. Like, we're gonna have to tell this circle down here to fuck off for a minute. Yeah, that's the answer. We're gonna have to tell this circle to do without for the rest of the week while we reposition motorway number 2 such that this cluster of red dudes now services this business. All of that, of course, is a moot point if I don't get this yellow back, but, you know, details. One problem at a time, okay? All right, you're connected. You're connected with 2 whole houses. I'm so proud of me. Okay. Oh, by the way, every other yellow business also dying, so this may have just been a moot point. Is anyone even gonna get to you? No. Too late, you're dead. Okay. Well, we tried. 2114 over 88 days. It feels like a good score. You know, half road tiles getting over 2,000. Yeah! Top 3% of the world. And we still get to drop a samurai slam. Okay, drop those samurai slams if you got them. You probably do. You should. It would be nice if you did. It costs money, but, you know, not if you have Amazon Prime. You Twitch Prime and all that. No, we know the thing. Okay. Let's bring in our... Where the hell did I put the Wordle button? Why is my mouse so squeaky? You come into here. Hooray! 23rd in the world. It is, in fact, a great score. And hey, it turns out that great was a really great guess. It could be sheer. It's not, but it could have been. And we got the R in the right place. So that's great. It could be clear. It's clear. Just like that. Nothing to it but to do it. Solve the Wordle in 3, why don't we? Let's take a look at yesterday's Immaculate Grid while we're here. All right, so we need 300 wins, 300 saves, and pitchers for the Mets, Giants, Atlantans, and Phillies. Okay, then. An Atlantan with 300 saves in his career is Craig Kimbrell. That's correct. He also would have fit a Philly with 300 saves in his career, but instead we're going to go Jonathan Papelbon. There you go. Kenley Jansen would have fit the Atlantan square. Most people don't think of him as an Atlantan, so that's nice. Sunflower Space wants a treat for Nora. Nora's all curled up and adorable on her infinity scratcher. She definitely wouldn't want me to... Hi. Hello. I don't think Rob Nen got to 300 with the Giants, but I do think he got to 300 in his career, and that's what matters. So, we're definitely going to do that. Yeah, with these career achievements, you don't necessarily have to have gotten the achievement with the team. You just need to have pitched for the team and met the requirements.
Hi. You want this? Oh, there's a kitty cat. Oh,
I dropped it. That's okay. You got him. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, let's go with Rob. Did any other... Can I think of any other great Giants closers in the next 18 seconds? Nope. Now I'm thinking of the WrestleMania match with Daniel Bryan and Sheamus that went 18 seconds. So I just played over that entire match in my head. Good Lord, AJ Lee was tan. She tanned so much before that match. Anyway, Rob Nen. Rob Nen. Hey, how about that? That is an intense glare. Look at Rob Nen is an angry man. He's intense. Okay, Rob, give us intense. Good Lord. Joe Nathan, yeah, not many people think of him as a Giant. It's a little more of a pull. But listen, I'm bad at game. Let's hit one of my favorite buttons, though. It's the Kelly Johnson button. Kelly Johnson was an Atlantan and a Met, and also a Philly. Played for every East team everywhere, pretty much. All right, let's see here. Let's see, here's the thing. A Philadelphia Philly who had 300 wins is actually going to be tougher because... shit. Did Greg Maddux get there? I don't think Lenny Dykstra was ever a Met, no. Chase Utley was never a Met. Carlos Beltran was never a Philly. Oh, wait a second. Sunflower Space even told me to do it. We need to remember Pedro. Pedro Martinez. Pedro was indeed a Met and a Philly. So that one's easy. All right. Was R.A. Dickey a Giant? I feel like R.A. Dickey was a Giant, but I could be wrong about stuff. Was Ryan Vogelsong a Met? I feel like Ryan Vogelsong was a Met. That does feel right, but I'm not going to go with it yet because it could also be wrong. Oh, they just made a trade this past season. Who was the guy? Darren Ruff. Darren Ruff. There you go. Darren Ruff, longtime Philly, then became a Met, and it didn't really work out, and then they traded him to the Giants, and it kind of worked out until it stopped working out. Okay. Now, by the way, that's another fucking picture. Like, these four down here, these are just, hey, it's media day, smile for the camera, right? You know, Kimbrel and Papelbon are all cocky, like, yeah, I'm the man. Yeah, I'm Craig Kimbrel. I'm awesome. And Jonathan Papelbon's like, that, but more of a redneck. Kelly Johnson and Pedro Martinez are just nice, pleasant smile for the camera. Caught him on a good day. Meanwhile, Rob Nen is gonna fucking murder someone, and Darren Ruff is stoned. But I digress. So 300 wins in a career. Fuck. He does indeed look rough. Good Lord, Sam. Okay. Philadelphia Phillies pitchers who got to 300 wins. Cole Hamels never, here's the thing. Nobody modern gets to 300 wins. So Cole Hamels never got there. Curt Schilling never got there. Did Steve Carlton get that? Steve Carlton did pitch for the Phillies. Did Steve Carlton get there? Steve Carlton might have gotten there. That does make sense. He's the kind of guy who did... Yeah, probably. I know there are here's the thing. I can name a bunch of old-timey pitchers who all would have gotten there, but the only one who I can associate with a team at all is Old Hoss Radbourn, who I know pitched for the Atlantans when they were the Bostonians. But the only reason I know that is because I saw my friend Jarrett's Immaculate Grid yesterday, and he used Old Hoss Radbourn for the center square. So I'm not going to do that. That feels like cheating. But we are going to go with Steve Carlton for bottom middle. Okay, Atlanta is only easy if Greg Maddux got there. And I'm reasonably sure Greg Maddux got there. He was a historically great pitcher for a very long time, and then he hung on for a while after that. The last guy to win his 300th game won it in a Giants uniform. That, I'm fairly certain, was Jandy Ronson. I think Randy Johnson got there. Randy Johnson absolutely got there. Now, if Greg Maddux got to 300, this is an immaculate grid. And if it's not, then how the fuck did Greg Maddux not win 300 games? The answer, incidentally, is that winning 300 games is very hard. Before I even hit this button, winning 300 games as a starting pitcher is a very hard task that Greg Maddux accomplished. Boom, that's an immaculate grid. Yay! Oh, God. Okay. Good day. Good Lord. Only 5 Giants pitchers. Yeah, you could have a 10-year career as a starting pitcher, which only something of think about this, right? Of all of the kids who ever play baseball, right? Let's just chop it in half. Half of them are pitchers, okay? That's, so if you are a kid and you grow up being baseball, half of you are going to be better at pitching, right? Of the kids who grow up playing baseball, something like 2% of them are going to play at any meaningful level in college, right? Of the kids who play at any meaningful level in college, something like 5% of them, maybe, are going to play professionally at some point. I'm probably inflating it there, right? of the kids who play professionally, something like 10% of them, maybe, are gonna make it to the major leagues. Of the players who make it to the major leagues for one day and play in one game, something like 5% of them are gonna play for 10 years. So you could be a starting pitcher who builds a 10-year career and be good, healthy, and lucky enough to win 20 games in a season each of those 10 years. Congratulations, you are 2/3 of the way to this remarkable pitching milestone. Oh, God. Okay, we were going to look at the most popular dudes just because, listen, it's going to look a lot like my grid, especially in the middle and bottom right. I literally went for the most popular answer every single time. Lenny Dykstra, there's a lot there, Sunflare Space. There is a lot there. Moose, I feel like, isn't Justin Verlander at like 260? I wouldn't be surprised if Justin Verlander gets there. And then, who knows? Everyone's always saying no one's ever going to win 300 again, and then somebody comes along and wins 300. This square here, turns out Lenny Dykstra was a Met, so he would have fit that square. Tom Glavine, slightly more popular than Greg Maddux. I'm sure Tom Glavine and Greg Maddux, the best of friends, will chortle about that today. Yeah, 255. That's probably 3 or 4 good seasons. Good, healthy seasons, neither of which are guarantees with 40-something-year-old Justin Verlander. But, I mean, when he's been healthy this season, he's been pretty good. I wouldn't be shocked if he gets there, if he wants it. If he doesn't want it, then, But also, listen, modern medicine is a thing. Justin Verlander, is he going to get to 300 wins? Yes or no? That is the question on the floor. I think it's possible. He's at 255. He's got talent. He's got modern medicine behind him. The Astros are really good. Every year, some team gives him $30 million to play baseball, which, listen, if some team gave me $30 million to play baseball every year, I'd be pretty happy playing baseball. At the same time, if my wife was literally Kate fucking Upton, I would be quite happy not doing things professionally that took me away from the house. But, Justin Verlander, he's got a good set of problems. It's a nice problem to have, I guess. Oh no, do I take the offer of $30 million to go play baseball, or do I spend more time hanging out with my wife, Kate fucking Upton? Some people just have the worst lives, honestly. Anyway, where was I going with this? I think we were just wrapping up. It's not fair, Sam. Like, it's not fair to each individual player that... It's not fair to each individual player to put playoff stats together with regular season stats, because any sport, like particularly baseball, but any given sport, there's just, it's not up to the player's skill whether or not the team makes the playoffs. That's especially true in baseball, where the Los Angeles Angels have literally the 2 best players of this generation, who you could argue are literally the 2 best players ever. And the Los Angeles Angels have not made the playoffs. So how is it fair to Mike Trout that, Derek Jeter, a Hall of Fame level baseball player who was also nowhere near as good at baseball as Mike Trout, why should Derek Jeter get all of his playoff stats? Sport is inherently not fair, but that's at least something you did. Injuries are inherently not fair, but that's at least something that you, it happened to you. It's not like, why should Why should David Ortiz get to pad his Hall of Fame resume because in addition to being a historically great player, he played with better teammates than Edgar Martinez or whatever? Why is that fair? I understand, and like there's an argument to be made for guys who particularly do well in the postseason, but it's just so reliant on other players that I think it is correct that official statistics also, and this is another thing, playoff formats keep changing. Playoff rounds keep expanding. Like, how is it fair to Babe Ruth that, Shohei Ohtani plays in a world with 8 more rounds of playoffs or whatever? Anyway, this is a digression and a one-sided conversation and all of that as we stare at a filled out immaculate grid and try to wrap up the stream. So, thank you all very much for watching Good Morning Mini Motorways. For the folks on YouTube, later today there is more Final Fantasy VI. Enjoy that. They added a lot more, like proportionally. I'm sorry, I keep refuting points. Proportionally, they've added a lot more playoffs than they've added regular season games, right? Like for a very, very, very long time, the regular season was 144 games, and then it became 162, and the world kept turning. For a very, very, very long time, the postseason was 9 games. It was the World Series, and that's it. And the World Series was best of 9. And then they changed the World Series to best of 7. I think they did that at the same time as they introduced the League Championship Series. So for a very long time, for decades, there was 9 games in the playoffs, and then there were 14 games in the playoffs because there were the 2 LCSs, and that was the case for decades. And then they added the 2 divisional series, so now there are 34 games in the playoffs. And then they added wild card games, so now there are 38 games in the playoffs, or 36 or whatever. Point is, they've added more playoffs than regular season. It's random, whatever. We're hitting the button now. Thank you for watching Good Morning Mini Motorways. I will be back tomorrow with more, where, who knows, we might argue about baseball. Bye.